Okay, so energy efficiency, as you already know, as of April 2018 next year, every single property that we enter a new tenancy into has to be a minimum standard E on the EPC rating. Quite straightforward. It's not retrospective, but bear in mind what we've talked about today by way of going into a rolling contract, by a renewal of tenancy, that will be deemed a new agreement. EPC standards, since they started 10 years ago, and EPC assessments have apparently changed substantially since then. And what they check for and what they take into consideration when doing an EPC also have improved. So what might not have been an E rating in 2007 may well be an E rating now, because they consider a lot more things. What was it that you said, Sally, that they...
Floor insulation they didn't account for 10 years ago, but now they do.
Yeah, so there's certain things that do. But the main contributor to an energy efficiency rating is the boiler. So if you have got properties where there's an old boiler, just merely by changing that really could raise the energy efficiency of the property. But again, this, and then in April 2020, this is going to be retrospective, so it will be on all homes whenever they were rented. So in theory, what they want is energy efficiency across the board on every single tenancy in 2020, E or above. However, listed buildings don't need EPCs, so therefore you don't have to get an EPC. However, if you've got an EPC on a listed building and it doesn't comply, you've got a problem. By having an EPC, when you don't need one, means you have to comply. But then there's certain restrictions, and this is where it goes on for. There are restrictions, because the rule to this is every landlord's property must be EPC E rating or above. However, it must cost the landlord no money to get it there. So you're not expected to spend money. It's the only good thing we've heard tonight, yeah? We've got to get to the rating, but it's not going to cost you nothing. So basically, you as a landlord have got to be able to have access to a Green Deal deal. And whereby the improvements to the property don't cost you as the landlord any money. And as Sally said earlier, if that is the case and you don't have the access to the Green Deal and you can't, you have to get a certificate of exemption to say that we're exempt from these EPC regulations. But be prepared to act, because I know one particular landlord that has been with us for a long time, and he's got about 10 properties, and every one of his properties falls below that rating. So we've been talking about this now for about 2 years, but many landlords probably haven't done anything in that time scale. Now imagine he has to do all 10 at once. It's better to just do bits and bobs and improve. And as the EPCs are now running out, getting new ones just to see has the efficiency changed. Because EPCs are not expensive.